there was a team that made a lot of noise in the NFL draft, and that team is the Atlanta Falcons. And they went out there and they got Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. from the Tennessee Titans. And Jalen Walker, first of all, good selection, right? He can do a little bit of everything. Outside linebacker, edge rusher, and let's not forget what school he went to, Georgia. And what is Georgia known for? Producing a lot of dogs on their team, go to the NFL and they ball out. Jalen Carter was a dog. Nakobe Dean was a dog. I mean, Trayvon Walker, you name a Georgia player, they've had a lot of success in the NFL. So they went out there and they got Jalen Walker to address the edge position because they need help. I mean, they ranked dead last in sacks last year by a mile. But what was the most surprising move they made? Well, they traded back up in the draft to pick 26, giving away a second rounder this year and a first rounder next year to acquire James Pierce Jr. And personally, I think this was an amazing move. James Pierce Jr. was not pick 26 worthy. Matter of fact, the Falcons said that if Jalen Walker was not around at 15, maybe they didn't say it, but it was rumored, if he wasn't there at 15, if he got selected, they were selecting James Pierce Jr. at 15. So on their big board, they got at least 2 of the top 15 players on their big board, right? But also, let's take a step back. James Pierce entering the college football season this year was projected to be the top player in the in college football and obviously be the top pick in the NFL draft, meaning that he has a lot of skill. 6'5", 245, high motor, good 40 time. He's got a lot of bend to him. He's a good player. And I think this move by the Atlanta Falcons was an exceptional move because you need to develop a good pass rush to have success on defense. And quite honestly, the Falcons, they didn't have one, nor did they have any other needs on their team that they really had to address, in my opinion, at least this early on. So why not go out there and get James Pierce Jr.? I like the move a lot. And I know people are going to say, well, they traded away a first rounder from next season. Let me tell you this. James Pierce Jr. is worth the first rounder from next year because he should be he's a top 10 player in this year's draft class and arguably is a blue chip prospect. The biggest question mark that he had, the reason why he fell so far, is because people question his motor. Did he love football? Those same people out there had that same question for Trevor Lawrence, and it was blasphemy. Do you love football? Of course they love football. If they didn't love football, James Pierce would not have had 10 sacks, 6.5 sacks, and had the best pass rushing rate at the SEC, in all of college football in the SEC. If he didn't love football, that would not have happened. So yes, he loves football. Anybody playing the game of football loves football. So that's a silly reason for a guy to fall, and that's why he did. And the Atlanta Falcons, they just got blessed up. But it did make me take a pause and look back at the NFL and the draft as a whole and saw what happened. Now, instead of Philadelphia, looking at the trades that took place. The Jags, right, they traded to pick number 2. The Falcons, they traded back up into the first round. And the New York Giants traded back into the first round to acquire Jackson Dart. And what was something that was very common with all these teams? Well, the Giants, they have a third-year GM and head coach. Pretty new guys, if you ask me. The Atlanta Falcons have a second-year head coach. Pretty new. And the Jacksonville Jaguars have a first-year GM and a first-year head coach, at least on their team. And I guess in general, right? Point being, GMs and head coaches nowadays, they're making big splash moves to win now because owners are hotheads. Owners expect winning at now, ASAP. And I'm here for it. I like it. I like the energy you bring, and I'm not saying any of those moves are wrong. Quite honestly, I thought they were all the correct moves to be made by the organizations. Whether you like the player Jackson Dart or not, I thought the needs they were addressing were spot on. Travis Hunter is going to be an A+ hit. Great trade. James Pierce Jr., A+ hit. Great trade. Jackson Dart, who knows? Not necessarily a fan, but who knows? But the thing I've seen is that since owners expect winning now, it leads to brash decisions being made. Pointing at the Giants in particular right now. Was Jackson Dart really the right pick here? Probably not. Was quarterback the right pick for the Giants this year? Probably not. What they should have done was just wrote out the year, stuck it out. You have a dual card. You draft someone nice in the second round. You have Russell Wilson, and then you get a quarterback next year, someone you want. But what we've been seeing is a lot of these owners, They expect winning now. And because of that, it's going to cause teams to trade up and to make brash decisions to win now that can ultimately and will ultimately derail the future of a lot of franchises because the head coach and the GM are so afraid that their team is going to fire them. So definitely something to keep an eye on.